Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles.
Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup
between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play fake. Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. They go play action. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's second and 10. Mariota now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2nd and 14. From the 50, here's Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Well, they run with Jacobs on 1st down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mariota.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Herbert has it knocked free.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Mariota.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 14. Mike 14. I'm on.
This is a counter play. Eckler. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Raiders 10, Chargers 7.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 14, Mike 14. Quit talking about it and bring it. 14.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here we go.
Running on 1st down, Eckler runs through the contact. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
76 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 24-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
2nd and 4.
14,
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 14. Mike 14. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19. Pioneer. Mike 14. Mike 14.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
Play action now. Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball.
And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
On the option, here's Eckler.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Mariota's throw complete here to Waller.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front.
As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert, his throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Go, baby. Turn.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They go play action. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. That he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A give. Eckler running to the right. And a loose football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The handoff. It's Eckler. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jalen Guyton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Throwing, Mariota. Touchdown, Raiders. De'Ami Brown with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, 37's the mic. Mike 37.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and...
Here's Mariota.
42-yard line.
Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce, and he's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. De'Ami Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Herbert now. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to try and go deep again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The 38-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mariota to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
They run it with Jacobs. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 104 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Las Vegas.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
Makes the score Raiders 41.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
To kick off for the Chargers.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your time.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
First down, Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Now Herbert.
Williams brings it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Herbert.
Flush to his right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Mariota to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Now Mariota.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Here's Mariota.
Quick slant to Brown. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Mariota.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Play fake. Mariota.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it with Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
One more time with Jacobs. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Is good. Makes the score Raiders 48, Chargers 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Their dash made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them.